Hi, welcome to this week's dance class, and we're going to do some quick step. Don't forget, please do warm up and stretch before you start this video to make sure that you're ready for your exercise. And I have in fact posted some new videos for you with some new music just to give you some fresher tracks to try getting your warm up done. All right, so basically the first move that we're going to do today is the 10 step, and it is actually one of the moves that I've broken down for you in a separate video in our dance moves little section. So you might want to pause the video and go and have a little look at it in more detail and then come back to this one, or at a later stage just have a look if you feel that you don't get on quite so easily with it. Anyway, I will go through all the basic elements of that now, but just in case you want a bit more detail, please do refer to that other video. All right, let's get started. The track that I have chosen for today is Lady Is A Tramp, and it's the Glee Cast version, which is from the TV series rather than the original. It's got a nice quick step feel to it. I love this version, so I hope you are going to too. Now, it is a shorter track, and the trickier thing about today is that we're going to have 4 sections, but only one of those is going to be repeated. So there's lots to get your head around and to remember. So let's waste no more time and get started. Our first section will be the 10 step, and like I said, I'm going to go over that in a separate video, so do have a little look. But essentially, you're starting with your right foot. You're going to step forward and do a chasse, which is 3 quick little steps, side together side. Step back and chasse again, and then forward tap. We'll now go back on your left foot and chasse, forward again and chasse, back and tap. Now I'm going to face the corners a little bit as we do that as well. So I'm going to face the corner, face the front as I chasse. I'll face the corner again as I go back and chasse, face front again, and then corner, tap. So corner, face front as you chasse, forward, chasse, back and tap. Now you may have also noticed there's a little bit of the rise and fall. Generally speaking, with those chasses, we always want to be up on our toes when we do that, or on the balls of our feet. So it's down, up, down, up, forward and tap. Down, up, down, up, back and tap. All right, so basically slow, quick are the timing. So it's slow, quick, slow, quick, slow, slow, quick, slow, quick, slow. If you want the easy arms, then that's the hug position, because you're just going to keep them there. We want to keep them nice and rounded, make sure they're extended away from the body a little bit. Try and press one hand into the back of the other with both palms facing inwards, and if you press those hands together, you should feel tension in your arms. Keep the shoulders down as well. So doing it this way, if you want to go with that option, it's forward, chasse, and back, chasse, forward and tap. Back, chasse, forward, chasse, back and tap. The alternative, and which I will use, is in hold. So really I'm just changing from hug, raising one arm up. When you start with the right foot, it'll be the right arm up, and then vice versa. So it's forward, chasse, and back, chasse, forward, swap, back, chasse, and forward, chasse, back and tap. All right, so that's our first move, and we will do 2 sets of that. Now, in fact, because I've finished over this side, I ought to just carry on from here. But what I'll probably do is inch over a little bit as I do the next move. It's the happy reach. Now, we do this in the warm-up, so you'll probably be familiar with it. It's going push up, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you might have seen I did come across a little bit on the corner. If you have more space, you can come directly forward. So it's 4 going forward and 4 going back. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, so it's literally 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and back for 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So because I finished over to the corner on the previous move, I will move across a little bit as I do that. And then I'll start to face front. And then from here, I'm just going to go back. So it's about being aware of your space and just adapting as you need to sort of make it fit. Especially because the next thing I want to do is actually chasse to the side, and you're going to go to your right. We're going to do chasse for 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and tap, 1 and 2 and 3 and tap. So literally just 1 to the right and 1 to the left. So it's quick and tap, quick and tap. Keep those feet, heels off the ground, sorry. Keep it nice and bouncy if you want to, or if you want a lower level, side together, side tap, side together, side tap. Now the last move that we're going to do is called the pendulum, and this is where you're going to have a choice. Now you can either do the doubles or the singles. Now the doubles are a little bit better if you want to be a bit more careful with your knees or ankle joints, and the singles if you want to be a bit more energetic. So I'll show you both and you can choose. Alright, so basically what you'll do is go on your right foot and take your left foot to the side, and then swap and swap and swap. And basically, if you do it, you can do it without a bounce. You can go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So I'm literally keeping it much, much lower level, not really bouncing, and just holding. It's all like 1 and hold, 2 and hold, 3 and hold, 4 and hold. Of course, you can do that with a bit of a bounce where you kind of lift up the heel, but you can stay on the ground. So you're just kind of lifting up, but keeping in contact. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm going with the hug position again with the arms. Of course, you can also bounce it and go up completely airborne. So I'll leave that up to you. Like I said, the other alternative are the single ones where you swap from side to side. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And in actual fact, I usually close on an 8th one, so instead of going to the side. Either is fine, but you'll find that a little bit easier if you close with your feet together. So it's quite hard to do because it's quicker without any bounce. So you really need to be a bit more energetic with this. Sorry, you go onto your right foot first and extend the left to the side, feet together. And as I noticed just then, my hands got closer and closer to me, so we try and keep those arms out. Right, so let's recap all our moves, and then we're going to put it together to the music. So starting with the 10 step, either hug position or hold. We've got 2 sets. Forward, chasse, and back, chasse, forward tap, back, chasse, forward, chasse, and repeat. Right, quick, quick, quick. Right, quick, quick, quick. Right and tap, back, left, quick, 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 left. Into happy reach. Push up, 4 coming forward, and 4 going back. 1 and 2 and 3, chasse to your right. 1 and 2 and 3 and tap. 1 and 2 and 3 and tap. Pendulum, either doubles or singles. 5, 6, 7, close. So I will do the singles, but if you want to, go for the doubles. Right, let's try it to music. All right, here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. It's forward, chasse, and back, chasse. Forward, tap, and back, chasse. Forward, chasse. And again, forward, right, chasse, and back, chasse, and back. Into our happy reach. Push up, 4 coming forward. Back, 4. Chasse to the right, 2, 3 and tap. 1, 2, 3 and tap. Pendulum, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, close. All right, how did that go? Hopefully not too bad. It's not super fast, so you've got a little bit of time with that. Let's try it again now that you've tried it once. Same thing. 10 step, 5, 6, 7, 8. Forward, chasse. Back, chasse. Forward, tap, back, left. Chasse. Forward, chasse. And again, right forward, chasse. Back. And back. Happy reach, coming forward, 4. Move across slightly if you need. And back. Bread for chasse, to the right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Pendulum. 5, 6, 7, together. All right, great. So you might want to pause, have a quick little drink and a breather, and when you come back, we'll be ready to go on to our next section. And I ought to just point out that we do that one once and then not again. So this is not one of those ones that's going to be repeated. All right. So our next section is going to be our Charleston kick. And again, this is one of those sections that's not going to be repeated either. So we'll start with a step kick forward and a step tap back. step kick forward, step tap back. Your right foot is going to start. So forward on the right, kick with the left, back and tap, forward and kick. And we will only do 2 sets of that. We will then do 2 sets of the other variation with a forward tap, back, tap, forward, tap. But if you want to, you could swing out the legs a little bit more in the Charleston style. So there are a lot of elements of Charleston in the quick step. You'll have noticed that with the pendulums and now with the Charleston as well. So the Charleston kick and tap. Right, so 2 sets of each of those, nice and easy. 5, 6, 7, 8. Forward kick and back and tap. Forward kick and back and tap. Slip and tap, step and tap, step and tap, step and tap. Great. And next up, we have what's called the train. Now you'll start with your right foot. You're going to go forward and then 3 more steps on the spot. Forward again, 2 more steps and hold. Now your left foot, 3 steps on the spot. Forward, 2 and hold. So you'll end up stepping forward twice on each side. Forward, 2, 3, 4, forward, 2, 3, hold. Forward, 2, 3, 4, forward, 2, 3, hold. So that's a kind of timing element and also roughly where the feet are going. However, what we're going to do is more of a bend. So we're going to go down, up, 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 down, up, down, up, down, up. So on the up, I've lifted up the heel, so I'm dancing on the balls of the feet. When I'm going down, I'm not going far in front, so I'm just literally going down enough that I'm comfortable. My knee is over my foot. So if I just do this sideways, you can kind of see down and up, down and up, down and up, down and up. All right, now you don't have to do it raised up if you want to. You can still do that with your feet flatter on the ground. That's absolutely fine if you prefer. So it is that sort of a bit quicker like I suggested. So 1, 2, 3, 4, down and up, down and up, down and up. And we call it the train because we get the arms going in a train-like position, movement as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, hold. And that is your train. Now we only have 1 more move for this little section, so it is quite short. And we'll do the step, tap, cross, behind. So another element of Charleston in this one. It's this move. Now with this, we will do the doubles. Much like the pendulum, the doubles are a little bit easier. So literally you go onto the right foot and tap the left behind twice. Change, tap, twice. Change, tap, twice. Change, tap, twice. And what happens is you don't go 1, 2, 3. We do that in 2 counts. And 1, 2. So you'll find step, tap happens quickly. And 1, 2. And 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2. And you can do it without too much a hop. You can keep it a much lower version. You might not quite get the step and tap quite as quickly as if you're hopping, but it is still doable in that lower level. Now with the arms as well, we'll take 1 arm up, 1 arm down. So generally speaking, when you tap behind, so at the moment that would be your left leg. It will then be your right arm low, so the arm low towards the side that's being tapped to. And swap. So the arm that is low to the side where the tap is happening. Again, it's a case sometimes of just trying to practice that slowly to get the feeling of what is the correct way with that feeling. I made a reference to that last week. Sometimes it's good to know what it feels like or looks like. If you have a mirror, that's great. And then when you do it wrong, it'll probably feel not quite right. So that's why if more we practice it slowly and get a feeling of what it should be, then you start to notice when it doesn't say, hold on, what's wrong there? You might have the arms the opposite way. All right, so double taps then. Go on your right foot first. So tapping with the left, tapping with the right, tapping with the left, tapping with the right. And that is our second section. Again, I said this one is not repeated. So we have our Charleston kick forward, step, tap, back. And we'll do 2 sets of each of these variations. Then comes the tap forward and back, 2 sets into the train. So from here, down and up and down and hold, down and up and down and hold into tap cross behind, double, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. Right, should we try it to music? So here's our Charleston. 5, 6, 7, 8. Forward kick, back tap. Forward kick with a tap this time. Swing the arms if you can. Into the train. Down and up, down and change. Cross behind. There you go. Oops. Sorry, keep missing the button. How did that go? Was that all right? Let's try again. Same bit. I will put the music back to the correct bit of the track. Same thing. So Charleston kick, right foot, here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Forward kick, back tap. Forward kick. Now with the tap. Into our train. Down and up, down and change. Cross behind. And breathe. Hopefully you weren't holding your breath through that. So what we'll do, we'll go back to the beginning and put those two sections together, because like I said, we're not going to repeat them again. So good to just consolidate and remember what we have so far. So just a quick little run through. We have the 10-step with our chassés, and we will do 2 sets, but for now I'm just going to go through one of those. We then have our happy reach coming forward. Now remember, this is where I cut across a little bit towards the center and then go back for 4. And if you haven't quite got enough space, you might need to go a little bit more over to your left. Ready for the chassés, 4 each way. And then we have our double pendulum if you want to do that one, or you go into the singles. And then from there, into our Charleston kick section that we've just done. All right, let's give it a go to the music from the top. Take a nice deep breath. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Forward chassé. Back. And swap. Back left. Repeat again. Forward chassé. And back. One more time. Happy reach coming forward. And back. Get ready for your chassé. To the right. 1, 2, 3. And back. 2, 3. Pendulum, single or double. Charleston kick. Tap forward and back. Into the train. Cross behind. Oh, well done. Of course, if you need to, you can just rewind and do that again before we move on. But for now, have a quick drink and a breather. And then when you come back, we'll move on to our next section. Next up is our 3rd section, and it's the long box section, and this is actually the one that we will end up repeating. So you'll need a little bit of space to come forward, and what we're going to do is start with your right foot. You're going to take 3 steps forward and then go to the side and bring your feet together. Then 3 steps going back and side together. So you go forward, right, 2, 3, side together, back on your left foot, 1, 2, 3, side together. So forward right, 2, 3, side together, back left, 2, 3, side together. Now you probably sussed out that's 5 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what that means is that we're going to do 2 of those moves quickly, and it's the little side together at the end. So it's slow, 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 quick, quick, slow, 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 quick, quick, slow, 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 quick, quick, slow, 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 quick, quick. And also, generally speaking, just like when we did the 10-step, when we do the quicker moves, that's when we're going to come up onto the balls of the feet. So we're going to go low and heel lead down. 1, 2, 3. Come up, down, 1, 2, 3, come up, down, 1, 2, 3, come up and down, 2, 3. Now we are going to do 4 sets of the long box. We'll go with hug position to keep it a little bit easier. Remember, keep those shoulders down, chest tight. So it's right, 2, 3, back on the left, 2, 3, forward on the right, 2, 3, back on the left, 2, 3, 2 more, right, 2, 3, up and left, 2, 3, last time, 1, 2, 3, up and back, 2, 3, up and. All right, so that's our long box, hopefully not too tricky, and because it is a slightly slower end of the quick step, that one won't be too bad. All right, now next up we have the chassé hop. And what we're going to do is chassé to the right. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3. Here comes the hop. So I'm literally just going to lift the leg across and come back. We'll look at how we actually do that properly in a second. So it's side together, side. There's your chassé, across and back. Chassé, side together, side, across and back. Side together, side, across and back. So essentially, if you want to, you can hop here as you bring the leg through. Chassé, hop and across. Chassé, hop and across. Chassé, hop and across. Chassé, hop. You get the idea. Or you could just sort of like lift up a little bit. So you can see I'm lifting up the leg and the back heel, the supporting leg. So the right foot for you, the heel just comes up and down. But I keep the toe in contact with the ground, so I'm not really hopping properly. I'm just getting a little bit of a rise and fall. I'm lifting up the leg, so you still get the impression of that without it being quite so energetic. So we will have 4 of those. So to the right first, 5, 6, 7, 8. Chassé, hop and cross. Chassé, hop and cross. Chassé, hop and cross. Chassé, hop and cross. To me it always seems a bit weird when I just leave my arms dangling at the side, because of course I haven't told you what the arms are going to be. You could go in hug position and stick with that and not change, so that would be your easier option, but I like to do the arms in hold. Now, what have we just done before that? We've done the side cross behind. Oh no, we've done the long box, sorry. And we are in hug position. All right, so we would have just come back 1, 2, 3, side and. So what we'll do, either carry on with this, or as you do the hop cross in front, we'll take the arm up at that point. And essentially, when it is your left leg coming through, it's the left arm going up. So then we swap over when we change the sides. So the leg that crosses the front is the same side for the arm going up. Chassé, hop, left. Chassé, hop, right. Okay, so hopefully that will work. So we start with the first one with the chassé in the hug position, and as soon as you cross in front, that's when the arm will come up if you want to go for that version. 5, 6, 7, 8. Chassé and across. Chassé and across. Chassé and across. Chassé and across. Also notice when I'm doing that cross in front, I'm going to turn out the hip slightly. So rather than foot facing front, facing more towards the front. By now you're starting to realize the hip turn out happens an awful lot in dancing. So again, it's that change of direction. We want to we want to prevent any injuries. I can't think of the one I'm trying to think of. So we are doing a little bit of a turnout there to change direction. So across, change direction and back. So protect, that was the word. Don't know why I found that so hard to find. All right, so you're protecting the knee because you're changing the direction, we turn out the hip. All right, now bear in mind that the cross in front and rock back is the last part of that. So rock, step for when we go into the next move. All right, so let's try that one more time. Just 4 of the chassé hop. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Chassé, hop, cross. Chassé, hop and cross. Chassé, hop and cross. Chassé, hop and cross, step. All right. And then our last move, we're going to do the sway. So from here, we'll sway for 2. And then we're going to do what I refer to as a little bounce sway. Bounce, bounce. So I've taken 2 counts to do a sway, but rather than keeping it smooth, I lift up and down. When you're in watch ballroom dancing, you often see them do this kind of bouncing kind of motion across from one side to the other. So that was the inspiration for that. So sway for 2, and bounce for 2. Now in order to do that bounce, you have to have the weight forward in the front part of the foot so the heels can lift up and down as you gradually take your weight over halfway, so in the middle and to the side. We repeat again, 2 sways and then a bounce sway. Sway, sway and bounce to the right. Sway, sway and bounce to the left. And we will have 4 of those. Right, that is our third section, and like I said, this is the one that will get repeated. So let's put all those together. We've got the long box for 4, we've got the chasse hop cross in front for 4, and then we'll finish up with the sway and the bounce, and 4 times over for that as well. Here we go, long box. 5, 6, 7, 8. Forward right, 2, 3, and back on the left, 2, 3. Forward right, 2, 3, and back left. Keep it going. 2 more, and forward, 2, 3, up and back, 2, 3. One more time, 2, 3. Get ready for the chasse to the right. Chasse, hop and cross. Chasse, hop and cross. Chasse, hop and cross. Last one, into the sway. Sway, sway, bounce, bounce. Sway, sway, bounce, bounce. Sway, sway, bounce, bounce. Sway, sway, bounce, bounce. And you'll notice with the sways, I did just keep the arms slightly bent, and the forearm basically is parallel to the ground with the palms facing down when I do that. All right, it's time to try that to music. Are you ready? Long box, shoulders down, right foot to start. 5, 6, 7, 8. Forward, 2, 3, back on the left. Again, 1, 2, 3, and back. And forward, 2, 3, and back. One more. And chasse. Cross in front. Into a sway and bounce and bounce. Last one. Oops. And there we have our third section. If you want to do that again, just quickly rewind and give it another go, and then we'll move on to our final section. So our last move for this routine for today is going to be the crazy walk, and we're just going to do it the once. All right, so basically there's elements of the Charleston that we did earlier that we're going to bring into this, but I'm afraid it's a turning step, and this is one that can be a bit tricky because it means you can't always see me. All right, so what we'll start with is 4 steps coming forward. We'll just look at the basic rather than the style of it with your right foot. So it's forward 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we'll do the Charleston with a step tap forward and back, and we do 3 sets. But for the moment, let's just face front. Forward and tap, back and tap. Forward and tap, back and tap. Forward and tap, back and tap. So just doing that again. 4 steps forward first of all before the Charleston. Right, 2, 3, 4. Forward, tap, back, tap. Forward, tap, back, tap. Forward, tap, back, tap. But what's going to happen is when you do that Charleston, you're gradually going to turn to your right. So that means forward and tap and back and tap, forward and tap and back and tap, forward and tap and back and tap. And yes, you land up doing a half turn, so you face to the back. That's where you won't be able to see me, I'm afraid. All right, so let's just try that again. Coming forward for 4 into the Charleston, but see if you can add the Charleston tap with that turn. Now I usually do the first one facing front and the second and third as I do that turn gradually. To your right, remember. Forward, right, 2, 3, and 4. Forward and tap and back and start to turn. Forward and tap and back and tap. Forward and tap and back and tap. Hopefully that didn't go too badly. Let's do that again, but let's look a little bit more at the start, because the idea is to actually come up on the toes as you do that walk and swing out the legs. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Forward and tap and back and tap. Start to turn and tap and back and and tap, forward and tap, and back and tap. Hopefully that went okay. Now we call it the crazy walk because we're also going to get the arms going up and over the head as well. And I'm basically just flapping. If I just bend the knees and come down a little bit so you can see it better, I'm going to go flap, flap, so you can see I'm moving the wrist. So if you raise the arms up, the palms facing in towards each other. So we're getting a little bit of movement in the wrist. So good little stretch and work out for those. So you'll go right, 2, 3, and 4. Now you bring the arms down when you do the Charleston. I do often see people keeping them up as they turn around, and it does look quite amusing. So try and remember to bring the arms down. So we're going to take them up as we step. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Bring them down as you Charleston, forward and back. Start to turn, forward, tap, back, tap, forward, tap, back and tap. So you can see I'm just swinging the arms from side to side when I'm doing that regular Charleston. All right, now after you've done the turn, we repeat it again. It is identical the second time. The only problem is you can't see me, but you will be able to hear me. So the idea is you come up again and flap the hands. Right, 2, 3, and 4. Forward and tap and back and tap. Turn forward and tap, back and tap. Forward and tap, back and tap. And hopefully you finished facing the front again. So let's just try that again. You're going to be facing the back and your weight is on your left foot with the right foot behind so that the right can start your first walk forward up on the balls of the feet. And walk, 2, 3, 4. Step forward and tap and back and tap. Forward and tap and back and tap. Forward and tap, back and tap. Keep hitting my live shed. So yes, do be careful. I should have given you a little health and safety warning before you started this one. All right, let's see if we can put the two bits together. So walking forward for 4, then step tap forward, step tap back, 3 sets of that Charleston. Then repeat to the back. 5, 6, 7, 8. Walk 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Forward, tap, back, tap. Forward, tap, back, tap. Forward, tap, and walk to the back. It's 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Forward, tap, and back, tap. Forward, tap, and back, tap. Forward, tap, and back, tap. And there is your crazy walk. Now, that is its own little section, so that's the only move. That is all the moves we have so far. All the way through, sorry, not so far. That is all the moves of the routine, I should say. What's going to happen at that point will be to repeat the long box to finish, but we'll come on to that in a second. Let's just practice the crazy walk to some music and give that a go. All right. So right foot to start. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Forward tap and back tap. Forward tap and back tap. Get ready to the back. Walking 1, 2, 3, 4. Forward tap, back tap. Forward tap, back tap. Forward tap and back tap. Let's just do that again, although I'm not sure which bit of the music it is. Okay, right. Let's give that another go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Walk 1, 2, 3, 4. Forward tap, back and tap. Forward tap and back tap. Forward tap and walk to the back. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Forward tap, back tap. Forward tap, back tap. Forward tap, back tap. Well done. All right, so it's time to piece it all together. Let's take a look and see if we can remember all of our sections. So we had the 10 step to start with. Forward and chassé, back and chassé, forward and tap. Back on the left foot and chassé, forward chassé, back and tap. And we did 2 sets of that. We did the happy reach. Remember, we came across a little bit to the center or slightly a bit more. 4 going forward, then 4 going back, making sure you got some space to chassé to your right. 1 and 2 and 3 and tap. 1 and 2 and 3 and tap. So either into your double pendulums And then that would take us into the next move, or you do the single ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So from there, Charleston, forward and kick, back and tap, forward and kick, back and tap. Then a tap, forward and back, 2 sets. Into our train, down and up, down and change, down and up, down and change, and then cross behind, double tap, 2 and 3. Long box coming forward, 1, 2, 3, up and back, 2, 3. Now I'll just do the 2 sets, but remember there are 4. That takes us into our hop, cross, chassé hop and cross. 4 of those, and then into our sway with the bounce, and we're going to do 4 of those. For now, I'll just do 2. So that takes us into our crazy walk. So we'll step forward onto the right foot, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Charleston, forward and back, turning. I'll just do that a bit quicker, and then to the back, walk 1 and 2, 3 and 4, forward and back, 3 sets. And then we finish here into the repeat of our long box again. So like I said, long box, chassé, hop, cross. We'll do the sways with the bounce. However, I believe it is just a few of those, and then essentially jazz hands. So we've done our recap. It's now time to dance it to music. It is actually quite a short track. I think I mentioned that already. It's less than 3 minutes, so not too bad. Take a nice deep breath if you need to. Get ready, and then we'll give it a go. Here we go. And 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 10 step.
She gets too hungry for dinner at 8.
And back on the left.
She adores the theater and won't arrive late.
Repeat again. Forward, chassé, and back, chassé, and back.
That's why the lady is a tramp.
Happy reach, push up, forward.
Doesn't like crap games with parents
And back.
girls. Won't go to Harlem in her bed.
Chassé to the right. And back. Pendulum, single or double.
That's why the lady is a tramp.
Charleston, kick
Fresh when dinner
with a tap.
life without care.
Into our train. Down and up, down and change. Cross behind.
That's why the lady is a
Get ready, long box forward. 1, 2, 3, up and back. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, and back. Keep going. One more time. And we got the chassé, hop, cross in front. Sway with a bounce. A little bit of a breather. Are you ready? Crazy walk. Forward. Forward, tap and back. Turning forward, tap, back. Walk to the back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Forward, tap, back, tap. Forward, tap, and back. Long box coming forward. And back. Keep going. 2 more sets. Chassé, hop, cross in front. Last one. Sway. Bounce. One more. All right, that's your quick step. So that's the session over with, but don't forget it's time for you to go and do your cool down stretch. Please don't forget to do that. It is important, especially when we do these quick energetic ones and working your legs quite a bit more. So I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.